Huge news for Alabama as signing day rolls along. They land Shazz Preston, a talented player out of the state of Louisiana. We know they've got some talent out of there before, Sam. Another big win for the Tide. How did they pull this one off?
Yeah, credit Pete Golding, credit Coach Saban. Uh, you know, um, Alabama was not always the front runner for Preston, but they've certainly been a team that's continued to gain momentum, especially with Preston visiting a couple of times since the summer. He's been there for a few game day visits, and obviously most recently for his official visit right before signing day, and that was a conscious decision. You believe your actions speak louder than your words sometimes, and he chose to visit Tuscaloosa. I know that Frank Wilson and LSU and Brian Kelly tried very hard to get him in Baton Rouge, which is only 30 minutes from where he lives before signing day. He went to go check out Alabama one more time with his family. Pete Golding, a native of Louisiana, grew up right from where Preston is from. I think that spoke volumes. Was a want for Alabama. They're making a hard push in Louisiana. They have so much talent. Not everyone can go to LSU, and they're taking advantage of that. This is a major win. This is Louisiana's number one wide receiver. His brother plays safety in the SEC. Football family, absolute playmaker. Seen him play both sides of the ball as a senior. Just one of those storied prep careers here in Louisiana. It's a major win for Alabama. They got a history of getting great receivers from Louisiana, like guys like Devontae Smith. And, I think we're going to hear about Preston's name on Saturdays in a few years, too.
Yeah, how close did it come? I mean, it seemed like he was weighing LSU. LSU, I know, tried to close hard, tried to get him on campus, did everything they could. How close was it in the end?
Yeah, I think if you ask Shazz, if gave him truth serum, he would tell you that he grew up pretty close to the LSU football program. And, if all things would have worked out, I think he would have really liked to go to LSU. And, Mickey Joseph was leading his recruitment for the big bulk of it. Mason Smith, we don't know what his future is, but he was a in-house recruiter for LSU, recruited his older brother, Sean, to Mississippi State so many years ago. I think Georgia was really in this for a while, and I think Texas was also knocking on the door for a good period, but ultimately it came down to LSU and Bama. I think the Frank Wilson hire kind of leveled it, but Brian Kelly didn't recruit Preston at Notre Dame, and even if they made him a top priority, relationships don't happen overnight, and it's easy to trust in Alabama. It's easy to trust in the process. It's easy to trust in Pete Golding if you're from the same neck of the woods that he's from. So it was a big win for Alabama. LSU certainly made it closer than Alabama would have liked, but in the end, Alabama walks away with Louisiana's number one wide receiver, and that's a huge win.
All right, so yeah, Nick Saban does it again, continuing to go to Louisiana and really get some elite talent. Be sure to check out BamaInsider.com for complete coverage of the Tide's signing day. Thanks, Sam.